Can you talk a little bit about what you look for when you hire, when you're looking to bring on a junior member of your team? What is that process like? What do you look for in a resume? What goes well in an interview that you say, I've got to hire that person? Or maybe what's the negative of that? What have you seen that is absolutely
Mm. The absolute first thing, and I know that resumes are what they are, you can't possibly communicate everything in a resume, so that they're easy to read. I get so many resumes where I'm like, I have to like put on my old man glasses and I'm like trying to like, don't use a tiny font size. Don't try to put every single thing on your resume. Like it's a one sheet sort of thing. The highlights make it easy to read. And the biggest thing is if there's a typo on a resume that I get, I literally toss it. I won't even bring someone in if there's a typo on their resume. So if you're not able to put together one page without a typo, that's a really bad sign. So don't ever overestimate the power of your resume. And I know you offer all sorts of resources in that regard, and I'd highly recommend that everyone take you up on it. And also when you put your resume together, have several people look at it and, fresh eyes to make sure that there's not something. So that's the first thing. I'd say when I'm sitting down to interview people, the biggest things I look for are communication skills, how articulate they are they able to sort of have an extemporaneous conversation and feel like they're involved and they're engaged and they're interested. I find the biggest thing with young people today is that they're more focused on being interesting than being interested. And whether it's their Instagram, whether it's their going through life looking at their phone, it's like, I am just always a little shocked at how little people these days care about learning about other people and learning about the business or any of that kind of stuff. So that's one big thing. The questions people ask, I think, are very telling. So whenever you go into an interview, always have sort of industry specific or company specific questions. I think that tells a lot that you took a few minutes to research the company or the industry or to have some thoughtful questions. And then the last thing would be to invest in the basics. So it's awesome that you're great at creating boomerangs and Insta stories, but that's not always what's important in a business situation. So learning how to write, that's the biggest thing I notice in all the people that I've hired in the last 10 years is how few can actually write and write well. Knowing basic computer skills, like can you create an Excel spreadsheet? Like it's shocking to me how few kids these days can create an Excel spreadsheet. So just the basics, investing in the basics.